Welcome to BootSpy. My name's William. Today I'm talking about the 5 best Chelsea boots for men right now. Let's get into it. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. As I said, today I'm talking about the 5 best Chelsea boots for men. I'm talking about dress Chelseas, work Chelseas, everyday casual Chelseas, the whole gamut. Plus, stick around to the end because I do have some honorable mentions that are worth knowing about, even though they're not my top absolute 5 favorite Chelsea boots. Number 1, my favorite everyday Chelsea is the Thursday Duke. Now, this is the Thursday Duke in honey suede. This is Thursday's weather-safe suede, which is basically the thing I really like about this leather is that it is tanned with hydrophobic compounds. So it has a bunch of oils and waxes packed into it. And even though it is a suede boot, water, when it hits it, it actually beads up and rolls right off. So despite the fact that it is a suede boot, it can actually handle the elements pretty well. I also like the color because it does a really good job. It's like a perfect balance, this light between, you can do spring, you can do fall, you can do winter. It's really versatile, this particular color, though they have a bunch of different color options. Haven't tried them, I tried this one. But again, this has a 360-degree Goodyear welt, has a pour-on footbed, a cork midsole, it's got a steel shank, and it has this rubber studded sole. So again, this makes it very, very comfortable. It has a Dura EVA comfort strip in the middle, so this basically feels like a pair of sneakers. That's why I chose this as my everyday boot, because it is very easy to put miles in on this boot. Now, I think there are more stylish boots on this list, a little slimmer, more dressy boots. This isn't even my favorite overall Chelsea boot, little teaser. My favorite overall is coming at the end of the list. But in terms of an everyday Chelsea boot that I'm not worried about beating up, something I'm not worried about if it get caught in a rainstorm or something like that, this is my number 1 boot. If I just want something to throw on, don't need to worry about beating it up too much, I know it can handle it, it's the Thursday Duke. Number 2 on my list, this is my favorite budget Chelsea, and that is the New Republic Sonoma. So this is a pretty new boot to me. I tried it out. It's definitely like a kind of a knockoff of Common Projects Chelsea boots. So it is a crepe. It does have a crepe sole. One of the biggest issues with this boot is that the sole is cemented onto it, but one of the best things about this boot is that it's under $100. So for a boot that is under $100, this is a really, really solid pick. So it has a full leather lining. Is it full leather? Yeah, it's got a full leather lining all the way in there. This is a really nice suede. It's super corrected, so it's not the nicest suede in the world, but it looks really, really good out of the box. And if you keep it clean, which this is hard to keep clean, but if you keep it clean, it's a really stylish boot. And I was trying it on. I'll throw some pictures up here, but it looks really good, especially with a light wash pair of jeans. Now, crepe soles, I'm a little torn on, right? Because they're super, super comfortable. This is one of the nicest, most comfortable boots you can wear right off the bat, but you wear it out just a little bit and that sole starts to get dirty really, really, really quickly. So this pair of boots, while I love it because it is an amazing looking Chelsea boot under $100, so it's super easy to just pick one up, I wouldn't wear it that often because this crepe sole, especially once it's around the sides, once it starts to turn gray, this boot can look pretty grimy pretty quickly. So I recommend this Chelsea boot, the New Republic Sonoma. If you're going to wear it maybe once or twice a week, keep the amount of times that you wear it lower. And if it stays clean, it is a super classy looking boot for I think last time I checked it was $89, but it's under $100 for sure. So if you're looking for a budget friendly Chelsea boot, the New Republic Sonoma is a fantastic choice. Number 3 on my list for the best luxury Chelsea boot and the most comfortable also is the RM Williams Comfort Craftsman. So this boot, I recently picked it up, and it is so good looking. This is definitely, in my opinion, the best looking Chelsea boot that I own. It is also the most expensive Chelsea boot that I own. Now this is made with whole cut yearling leather. So as you can see, like many Chelsea boots, Thursday Duke up here for reference, they are made from a couple pieces of leather, and you can see where they combine those right there. But on the RM Williams Comfort Craftsman, it is just a single piece of leather all the way around, and then it's stapled or stitched together at the back. So there's nothing necessarily, there's no benefit to that necessarily, other than it's just awesome and it looks cool. I think it does offer a little bit of difference because it's one full elongated piece of leather on your foot, and that is pretty classy looking when you're wearing it. I really like the toe box on the RM Williams Comfort Craftsman. It's a little squared off, and I think that just looks super classy, especially with a pair of jeans. When you like a t-shirt, if you go really casual on top and you put this on the bottom, it really elevates the whole outfit. So the leather on the Comfort Craftsman is exquisite. It has the dual pull tabs like all Australians do. They love it. They love two pull tabs. They won't do with just one. As far as the sole goes, it is a rubber sole, and it's a really comfortable boot. Like I said, it's the Comfort Craftsman. It's in the name, and it's been so easy to break in, so easy to wear. And my favorite combo right now is jeans, t-shirt, nice watch, nice bracelet, nice ring, whatever, and then boom, Comfort Craftsman really elevate the whole thing. If you want to see some awesome ways to style Chelsea boots, make sure you hit subscribe, because in the next video, I'm showing you 9 different Chelsea boot outfits, and the Comfort Craftsman is on that list. Number 4 on my list for the best work Chelsea. If you're looking for something a little chunkier, something like a Blundstone, something, a more bulbous Chelsea boot, then my favorite is the Red Wing Classic Chelsea. Now, a little while ago, I did a review on this boot, and I said I wasn't like a huge fan of the style, but as you can see, I have definitely worn this a lot more. Since that review, it has grown on me. Now, this boot is extremely comfortable, extremely comfortable. So this is the one I throw on anytime I need to do any sort of outdoor chore or move anything that requires any sort of like physical labor at all. I put this on, 1, because it's super easy to put on, 2, because it's incredibly comfortable. Unlike other Red Wing Heritage boots, this has a pour-on insole in there, so it's very soft and squishy. Plus, you get the wedge sole, which is great on your knees, and just for overall arch support and comfort throughout the day. The Red Wing Classic Chelsea, this is an ebony harness, and this leather cannot be destroyed. It is very thick, it is very durable, it requires no care. So this is my favorite work Chelsea right now, the Red Wing Classic Chelsea. Number 5 on my list, my favorite overall Chelsea boot. If I could only get one Chelsea boot, it would be this one. It is the Beckett Simonon Bolton. Now, what you're actually looking at right here, this is the Beckett Simonon Douglas Jodhpur, but the Bolton is the same shape, uses the same leather, is basically the same boot, except for it's more of a classic Chelsea boot. I kind of think of Jodhpurs and Chelsea boots as the same. I put them in the same category, although Jodhpurs just have the little leather strap and then they have the buckle, and Chelsea boots have the 2, like all the other ones, they have the 2 elastic gores. So I don't actually own the Bolton, but if I was to start everything over again in my boot buying journey, I would probably not get the Douglas Jodhpur, and I'd probably get the Bolton, which is why I'm saying the Bolton is my top choice for an overall pick. Some things about Beckett Simonon that I absolutely love and why they are my top, the Bolton is my top Chelsea, is they use a full grain calfskin vegetable tan leather that is absolutely outstanding. The leather is super thick. If I had to eat a boot, it would be a Beckett Simonon boot. That leather is delicious looking, delicious smelling. They offer in 5 different leather options at the time that I'm filming this. So you can get it in black. I think there's a Bordeaux, which is like a beautiful oxblood. They have a light tan, a brown, and like a medium brown, I think. So I think those are all the options available right now. But you can definitely check them out down. There's a link in the description below. Overall, these boots, they're Blake stitched, so they have a very low profile, and they hit a nice balance between, they have sophistication, they have presence, but they're not so slim. They're not like super, super slim and dressy. So they're great if you wanted to do with jeans and a t-shirt, if you want to do more business casual, or if you wanted to step into the formal range and wear a suit. I think the Beckett Simonon Bolton can do all of those things. It can hit all of that range, and it's still very comfortable. It does have a leather sole, so it can be a little more classy, a little more dressy. On the downside, it is Blake stitched, so it doesn't have as much weather resistance as, say, like the Thursday Duke. So again, if you're not going to be walking in rain, I don't think a Blake stitch is a problem. You could still recraft that if you ever wanted to, but you know, if you step in a puddle or something like that, your socks might get wet. So Blake stitch, they're not so weather resistant, but it speaks to very high quality craftsmanship. And Beckett Simonon boots, I own 2 now, 2 different pairs, and I absolutely love them. Another potentially deal-breaking downside with Beckett Simonon is that they have a pretty long wait time when you order their boots. So it could be anywhere between 4 and 12 weeks, sometimes maybe a little bit longer. Right now, people are ordering from Beckett Simonon a lot, so they're pretty stretched to capacity, in addition to a bunch of supply chain issues. So it could take up to 12 weeks, maybe even a little bit more if you order your Bolton boots now. So you have to be willing to wait. So basically, Overall, the Beckett 7 on Bolton is my favorite Chelsea boot, but if you need a Chelsea boot now, you're looking to buy something now, then I would probably swap that with the Thursday Duke for the everyday Chelsea boot. As for honorable mentions, I wanted to throw out a couple other brands, a couple other boots that are also worth checking out. So you may have noticed that the Blundstone did not make my list, and that's because I don't actually think this is that great of a boot. If you want to find out why I think that, you can hit subscribe, because I have that video coming out very, very soon, about 2 weeks. But other great Chelsea boots that you might be interested in. This is the Ace Marks Troy right here. It is a very slim, very sleek. This is a great dress Chelsea, Blake stitch, leather sole, box calf leather. So it is fantastic. It creases very gently, and I'm a big fan of this boot right here. Of course, the biggest name in Chelsea boots is Carmina. They were almost my Luxe pick, but when it came down to it, I did my research, and I was gonna pick one like luxury level Chelsea boot. I ended up with the RM Williams Comfort Craftsman, but it was touch and go there for a while. Carmina was my other one that I was going with. So Carmina's worth checking out as well. Link in the description below. And then there are 2 more Chelsea boots from Thursday. I have the Cavalier here in their Shadow Gray Suede. This is another good casual one. I don't like the Cavalier as much as I like the Thursday Duke, just because it is a more casual boot, but the leather sole, it just doesn't have the same sort of everyday wear that you would get with a Duke. So that's why I prefer the Duke over the Cavalier, but this is still a slimmer, more dressy version of a Chelsea boot, and I like it particularly in their plain black leather. I think that's the best option for the Cavalier. And then Thursday also has the Legend, which has a thicker rubber lug sole in there. So that's better for winter weather. That could be another alternative to the Red Wing Classic Chelsea if you wanted like a more bulky Chelsea boot, but definitely with Thursday boots, you're getting a slimmer down, or more slim style. Those are my 5 favorite Chelsea boots and a few runner-ups. If you enjoyed this video, if you found it helpful, please give me a thumbs up and also hit that subscribe button down below. Thank you so much for joining me, and until next time, put your best boot forward.